So thank you. Welcome to the third episode of the MD Rap Report. Today we have a very special guest.
Yes.
Do you want to call him a guest, or do you want to just call him a person?
A brother.
And look, you already know what it is. The sharpest of them all, y'all. It's your boy Mark Too Sharp, man. Show me some love out here.
Yes,
you know?
this is the legendary Mark Too Sharp.
Okay.
Now, some of y'all do know who Mark Too Sharp is, some of y'all don't. And well, this episode today, we're going to pretty much give you an insight into Mark Too Sharp. You know what I'm saying? What got him into barbering, his life somewhat, and where he expects to go in the future and stuff like that.
Where he want to take his barbering, basically, you know, what things, you know, what you learned from it, you know, all, you know, what you improved on compared your first starting days of it.
So, what I feel like I improved on more than anything
Oh,
is...
you ain't even asked the question yet, bro. Yeah, we still doing the intro.
I know.
What are you doing?
Bad, let me go ahead and slow it down.
But it's okay.
But-
It's okay.
but-
That's what.
But your freestyle, I like that.
Yeah, we freestyle.
Okay.
Look. If y'all haven't
Already
noticed by
ready.
now, this is our third episode. All right. So a lot of this, we have a script, and then sometimes we just winging it.
We just go off vibes for real.
For real, yeah.
Just
We
go off the
vibes, and we go off that way. So, and as y'all can see, we do have Maker's Mark right here, but nobody's drinking anything. Not this time. If
Not
you seen the
tonight.
last episode,
Maybe me.
Not
Maybe me.
tonight.
I might take a couple more sips.
He can't take no more sips. But if you seen the last episode, I had a red cup throughout the whole time we were filming that.
What was in it again?
It was grape soda, yeah, you clown.
You had a Henny bottle in the back.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
It was during the daytime. Why would I be drinking during the daytime? And we're not in Vegas, so that wouldn't make any sense.
Unless
Oh,
you
yeah,
mean when you just gotta get, you know, a little bit, you know,
Trying to get loose, you know.
get a
Get
little
loose.
You know what I mean? Find a cut here, whatever it is I'm about to do, you know.
Alright.
It's like, nah, just joking, guys. I'm always sober when I'm cutting here. Trust and believe.
Yeah, so there will be a lot of that going on this episode. You will probably see a lot more ignorance from me on my part because when this man is around, I don't know. Stuff
Sky's the limit for real.
I wouldn't say sky's the limit. I would say the ignorance has no limit when this man comes around.
Same thing.
Look, I just want to let everybody know I'm not a bad influence. I'm the good guy of this whole squad. If anything, they try to influence me to do bad, you know.
Oh yeah, we definitely not gonna relive that
Whoa.
homecoming story. Remember that homecoming? Remember that homecoming? We're going to relive that story.
Oh
I'm
man,
keep this
I
on
remember
file.
like it was yesterday. Man.
And that one time, no, we're not gonna talk about that one time. We're not gonna talk about that one time in
Oh
Ultra.
yeah, we had some moments in Ultra by now.
Yes, sir. Yes, we
So
did.
many moments, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. Yes, we
I
did.
remember I introduced this man to it.
Oh man, that was some fun times actually. So, but all right, well, let's just go ahead and get on into this. So, Mark, are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
To
I'm
get
always
grilled.
Come on now, let's.
You lucky we don't have a lie detector here.
I've been born for this. Trust me.
You born ready?
Oh, I'm born ready.
I'm gonna tell
Let's
only the
do
truth,
it.
only the truth.
Only the truth.
Oh, we don't even have a Bible. We need a Bible. Shit. Swear on the brother Drake. Swear on the Bible. Swear on the Bible.
swear on this bad beauty right here, all the truth. I won't lie for nothing. This right here, with this, all honesty about my mouth. Trust and believe that.
All right then. All right, so let's get started.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Mark, give us a little bit of background information on you, sir. Where you from? You know what I'm saying, and all that jazz.
Okay, well, I am from PG County, Maryland. I spent most of my time in Upper Marlboro growing up. Been in private school majority of my life. Unfortunately, it was so strict. I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm ready to go to public school.
Damn,
Yeah, he said that, and next thing you know, this man popped into my life after that.
Yeah, we actually met in 8th grade, man. It's so
8th grade?
funny, man.
Yeah.
That is a
I'm
lot.
talking about the pre glow up days.
Those used to be the days, man. You know, How do we become friends, man?
That's
I think I knew your cousin.
I asked him
yeah.
this question earlier. I said, when you've been friends with a person for so long,
Oh yeah, no,
you don't remember how
I'm
y'all
about to
met
tell
in the
you,
first
I'm about
place.
to tell you and these people how, you know what I'm saying, this happened. Alright, so my cousin went to, Mark and my cousin went to the same elementary school for a time. So then I think either you switched over, no, I think he switched over first and then Mark came over. You, and Rudy?
Yeah, my boy Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Shout out
He's
to
the only
Rudolph.
one.
Shout out to Rudolph.
I'm
Wherever
at
you
the
are,
name
bro.
DC school that I
I'm
went
at the name is Rudolph.
That's
Wherever
right.
you
I'll
are,
go
bro. Wherever
I'll
you
go
are,
with
Rudy. Shout out to you, man. Hope you're doing well and all that good stuff.
Much love, bro.
Yeah, much love. But yeah, so once he transferred over to St. Anthony's 8th grade year, you know what I'm saying? Of course, when you first look at this man, you think, oh yeah, this dude's just another pretty boy. Like, he probably might have all the girls on his jock strap.
You know,
Honestly,
crazy.
I'm just gonna
Though,
say.
like, he do look like a pretty boy.
No, but that's what I was saying. When I first met him, I
Yeah.
thought he was a cap. I thought you were a Kappa.
Oh,
real
man.
talk. I thought you
I
was
could
a
never be-
Kappa.
I could never be one of those.
I thought you was a Kappa. Real talk.
No, this man would be better suited as either Alpha or Sigma.
Yeah, I heard that a lot. You know, Sigma.
Yeah, 'cause
People
you-
tell me all the
I
time.
would say Alpha though, because like Alphas, they kind of cool, but they also can be pretty boys too, man. He can kind of like, you know.
Yeah, I was just first glad. I'm just thinking maybe a Kappa. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I know nothing about the Divine Nine, so I guess wherever I fit, put me there, you know?
Right. But yeah, so yeah, St. Anthony's 8th grade. You know, you look at this man first coming, oh yeah, girls gonna be on him, yada yada yada.
I wish. I'm not the man, people.
You-
Trust me, I am not the man.
Shoot, you would think as much drama that as there was in 8th grade, you would think we were in high school with so much drama we had to deal with.
Oh, man.
It was
So much drama.
I can't
I
even
would-
name.
How could you have drama in 8th grade as 13 to 12-year-olds?
Seriously.
Like, it was retarded. It was dumb. Like, it was just. It
Got in
made
fights?
Huh?
Got in fights?
Nobody really got in fights.
Damn.
Like I
That
said,
was me.
when
It
we
was
were.
more.
I got-
It was more like rumors and gossip.
Yeah, it was literally like gossip,
reputations.
like-
it was more like
like in the
they'll
shade.
attack you. with
Like, what were
words.
they saying? Anything?
Should I say?
Ah,
Just know,
put it.
girls will talk about who's a hoe and who isn't. You know.
Yeah. But remind you, this is 8th grade, 12, 13-year-olds
Right.
who just talking like.
Just talking, you know.
Exactly.
So doing whatever.
Exactly.
you know what's crazy? Guys, we didn't really have that much drama. Not like the girls did.
I mean, I had beef. I had beef.
Man,
Okay.
I had to start joning. That's when I first started learning how to
Yeah.
joan. Because people
Yeah.
were ready to fight
Hold
me
up, but that's
in
the
8th grade.
Hold up, but that's the huge. Well,
I had to learn how to throw hands in 8th grade.
I guess we'll get
so-
into the transition from private school to public school. I guess later on. But no, that's a huge transition though. But yeah, I mean, we didn't really have beef because you know, like how in elementary school you have the cool kids and then everybody else. So
Yeah.
I was a part of the cool kids. And mind you, I knew the cool kids at the time since we were all about yay big.
Right.
But as you get older, issues happen. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just wasn't rocking.
Some
with a
people
lot of them.
fake, some people switch up on you,
Yeah.
some remain the same, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one thing I could tell y'all is when I first went to St. Anthony's, I definitely loved the vibe, man. Everybody was so welcoming. Everybody was like, "Oh, you the new kid? Where'd you come from? You went to St. Francis? Oh, do you know such and such?"
Right.
And me being in these situations so many times, whenever the welcoming committee come out, I'm always on guard because those be the first ones to try to ruin your reputation. They always the first ones to turn their back on you when you
Right.
first come. You think you got a friend in them, but in all actuality, they're just trying to figure you out.
Right. Trying to figure you
Yeah,
out
but
to take you out.
Yeah, so within the first week or so, of course, you know, everybody talks about the new kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way me and Darius, the way we built out a brotherly bond, man, you know, it just came together naturally. I didn't know who to sit with at the during lunchtime. Was it lunchtime? I said my homeboy Darius.
Yeah, you know, everybody had
Yeah,
different takes.
you know,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, this is a cool brother right here, man. This dude low key chill. He's not tripping off of the external factors. You know, he just minding his business, being him.
Living his life.
And I said, I'd rather put myself around people like that than somebody that is trying to go out their way to get to know you,
Right.
rather than just letting that bond happen naturally.
Naturally.
But luckily, to this day, I mean, we still kind of remain close some way, somehow. We don't talk all the time, but
No, it's crazy. No, it's crazy because like a lot of people that we were in that 8th grade class with, I mean, talk about the drama after we graduated from 8th grade and going into high school. I mean, like I said, me, you stayed close. Eric and Steven stayed close. And the girls had their issues because they were close going into high school. And then once you enter that high school, then they just started splintering up. But I guess, I don't know, maybe for guys it's a little bit different because for us, even though we went to 2 different high schools, I went to St. John's my first 2 years and you went to DeMatha for yours. So it was a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? We didn't really, like you said, we did kind of go, there was a time where we didn't really, speak to each other, or really talk that much to each other because, life, took us our separate ways.
Right.
So pretty much that's how high school pretty much went. You know what I'm saying? It was like, obviously our moms knew each other, so they were just like, oh yeah, Mark doing good, Derek's doing good, yada yada yada.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in that due time, you know what I'm saying, even though the show is about this man, I ended up meeting you. So I guess it was kind of like a, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't that much of like a void, but it's like, you came into the picture. Around that time, everybody in the neighborhood came to the picture, so it was like I was still pretty good, but and then you go freshman orientation at Bowie State University.
Yeah, I know. Y'all told me about that.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you how this thing happened. Right, we get there. I'm with my parents. So mind you, I'm obviously you going into a new environment. It's college. I'm a little nervous because I ain't the most that good. I don't say I'm not good with people, but it's like. I have an anxiety issue with people, I guess social anxiety or whatever. So we're at Bowie's campus, you know what I'm saying, everybody's there with their parents and stuff like that. And mind you, I turn around and I'm not even thinking this man gonna be here, and Lord and behold, I see this man. I saw a few people that, you know what I'm saying, I already knew. One dude he went to Bowie High School. I used to, kick it with him, if I'm not hanging out with some of the other people. And then Jalea was there too at the time, but when I saw this man, it was like you talking about being happy to see somebody.
When you see your own people, you're like, damn, I'm so happy you're here.
It's like
I don't know nobody.
Right. The crazy thing about it is, as soon as we realized we were both going to Bowie State, I swear that was the moment where we just knew we had to take over, man. NSO was so funny because we met so many people in NSO. We walked into freshman year when the school year first started. We didn't have to worry about who we knew and who we didn't know. We would just, it was almost like a brotherhood by that time.
We already had, obviously with us two, it's like we already knew that was like, all right, that's going to be solidified. Issue. But then, as we did meet people during, for NSO or whatever, you kind of did already have people like, okay, when I see these people, you know what I'm saying, I know I'm going to kick it with them, I'm not going to kick it with them. But obviously we know things change over time. I ain't going to go into details about it, but things change over time. But yeah, it's just like that was like there was that person all right, I know this is somebody I can easily rock with or I'm on campus, or you know what I'm saying, if there's a move to be made, I'm gonna hit this man up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was like a happy feeling. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you didn't get the same reaction though, because when I ran back into this man on campus in the student
center, I didn't see you since.
No, he hadn't seen. They all thought I went to Virginia.
That's what you told me. Yeah, because you told me you was gonna play basketball for Virginia.
Yeah, for real, you told me you was gonna play basketball.
Yeah, because I did get a letter about it. You know, so I never pursued it because obviously the tuition was too high.
It's just a lot of money. Man.
Yeah, so
but it's just nice to know, man, that I made you a better baller, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day,
made him a better
baller. Him used to stay one-on-one, man, at basketball practice.
Oh, so you was teaching him all your moves?
No.
I knew
Didn't you swear on the bottle that you weren't gonna lie? So obviously now I'm gonna have to, speak the truth. No, this is what happened. Every time
he is speaking the truth because he put his hand on the bottle.
No, he's not. Because every time in practice, the coaches would make me and Mark go against each other. They already knew I was better than this man. But they were trying to help this man because he was a football player. So, him coming from football to basketball is a different transition. And going from basketball to football can sometimes, it is a transition too. I can speak on that personally. But, so they wanted to he's raw. I have some type of talent better than him. So yeah, they always used to match us up. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it was. I'll give him credit. It was competitive. You know, he did make me work for it, but don't get it twisted. That fadeaway was wet at the time.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? That
okay.
fadeaway was wet. Like I said, at that time, I didn't know like my I didn't know how much athleticism I had and how much I could really like.
This is all I'm gonna say, man. We could go out right now and play 1-on-1. We can see what a better ball is.
No, you know
what
I'm
I'm
retired. I'm retired.
This man's yet to ever play me. And I've been asking since day one. Cause he should tell you know my.
So you gonna sit here? Okay. Now I gotta exercise 2 years. I got the other way. So for you, you know good darn well that
I can't wait to hear this.
every day after we got off the bus, we was everybody was going over to Devin's house to play basketball since he had.
He was
like,
playing on teams. Nobody was playing one on
but
one.
who was cooking? Me. Because nobody could stop me unless it was D'Angelo. Then that's different. D'Angelo was a whole different.
So basically, what you're saying, he's not really on your level yet.
Look at it.
He lying. He is lying.
What?
You know I was pretty decent back in the
You were
day.
better than Dion.
Everybody's better than Dion.
That's not saying much. That's not saying much.
Man.
But
That's not saying
no, but you still have we have to play. We'll figure that shit out.
much. We gonna make that into a video because obviously you want to. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna whoop you later. Him, back to practice. It was yeah, we used to go back and forth at it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, coach is just like making us go back and forth. I guess because we were playing the same position. But again, like I said, if I knew now what I know now, and I could tell myself back then, oh yeah, I would have cooked a lot of people. Cause like it was crazy. But yeah, Bowie State, linked up back at Bowie State, and after that it was just it's rap, it's history. That point is it.
But the thing that's so crazy, man, is how fast time flies, man. You know what I mean? Like just yesterday, it feels like it was 2013 when we was walking up and down the strip, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. Now I know I'm saying this on camera, so please, to all the coppers, please don't beat me up. I remember, man, the first night doing NSO, man.
Oh yeah.
We ordered pizza, right?
Yeah.
Man,
He was on that block.
as soon as I bought the pizza, I went to go sit smooth on their plaque to go eat my pizza. Next thing you know, somebody come out of nowhere was like, "Hey man, get up! What are you doing?" I'm like, "Eating," And he was like, "Man, this is the Kappa Ply." I'm like, "What is a Kappa?" I'm gonna be honest. Walking into college, I knew nothing about the Divine Nine, no type of fraternities, anything like that.
I don't think nobody. Well, I didn't. I didn't care.
I mean, I
But
heard
when you
about,
knew who they was, you was like,
I heard
man, like
about
they
it.
got
Right,
some type of swagger.
Yeah,
about
they
it,
got
man.
clout. They got clout.
I was like, okay, that's
They
all
got
right.
clout.
And that's when I was like, okay, it makes sense. Okay,
Of
let
course
me
it
not
does.
disrespect anything, any foundation, no matter what it is, man.
because you on a clock.
Yeah, I was on that clock.
Oh, okay.
Comfortably.
Wait, can I say what I always wanted to say now since I am still a student there, but can I at least say what I've always felt?
Go ahead.
Fuck the plots.
Hey,
Fuck the plots. I
he
don't
said
care.
it, not me.
And I'll say it again. Forget those plots. Sorry, I had to switch it up because on YouTube can't do too much cursing. But yeah, forget those plots.
Honestly, when I first heard about him, I mean, it's really, is it for you, it's not for you type thing. Like, because a lot of people ask me, oh, you need to be a Q. You definitely fit the Q mark. Or, yeah, my family was like, be a Q. My cousins, everybody was like, yeah, be a Q. But to me, it's just like, I just feel like it's a bunch of attention seekers, like some people actually use it for attention. And they say it's a brotherhood and stuff. I mean, but you necessarily don't need, because I don't want all that attention to myself like that. Because you bring all these fake people around you at the same time. So.
And I'm gonna be honest too, man. Like that was like my mindset has grown with that over the years, man. Because I know a lot of good brothers that do that are part of fraternities, man. And it was probably one of the brothers I could truly highly respect, man. Because I know what they had to go through to get those letters, man. And the one thing that I can say on the outside looking in that I would see the value of it, man, is the power of a brotherhood, man. Like being able to, what's the word, man? Improve each other as men. You know what I mean? Like one thing my father told me, like, the only way to become a better man is to put yourself around other men that are more ahead of you. And that's one thing I can't get out of it. But going back to what you said, man, on the outside looking in, it wasn't as appealing when you realize the clout and the leverage that comes with it.
Or the attention you get.
Yeah, and I've known people, man, that was so cool, but as soon as they get them letters, it's like they switch up, and I can't lie about it, you know. Some people probably remember me, probably don't, but I peep everything, you know, and that's something I'm not wanting to go through to earn any type of accomplishment, you know. Even though, I mean, of course, with elevation comes separation, but it's how you go about doing things. It's about how you go about getting to where you ultimately want to be. That says a lot about you.
Right. Facts. It's definitely true.
So, that's going to lead me into my next question.
Actually,
Oh, do you have one?
want to? Yeah, I mean, go ahead. So, because I know you say you went to Bowie and all that stuff, and you obviously left, you know, to pursue, you know, be not left.
They kicked his ass out.
I didn't know about all that. I just know you left. I know because you know, pursued barbering and things like that. So, what made you get into that? Like, really, what was it about it that really wants to be a barber?
So that's actually a good question, man. And to be honest, I've carried that passion, that desire for years. Honestly, even since high school when I was playing football. Growing up, especially in PG County, you know, having a nice barber was like the thing, you know. And I've never had a barber that got me right. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to have the details shape up. I wanted my head.
He was fucking
you
up.
know, it was not like
we
I'm
all
gonna
had
tell you.
that barber that you had to go in the back.
Yeah,
It was like,
man,
nah,
it was
available,
a
come
pet
here.
peeve, man.
So he
said, you know what? This barber keep fucking up my hairline. I'm gonna learn how to cut my own hair.
Seriously,
I'm gonna learn to cut hair.
Seriously,
So I don't have to
man.
fuck up
Because
somebody else's hair.
that was like my esteem. Like, that was my self-esteem. Like, having a fresh haircut for me as a man, it just made me feel so confident about myself, man. And whenever a barber just want to do what I ask him to, which would be the little things like keep my hair at a certain length. Some people cut it too low, and I'm just like, this is not what I asked for, you know. And when again over time, when I realized to go to different barbers, the next thing you know, I shape up lopsided, and so it really drew me to the obsession of trying to learn how to cut my own hair, because that was the only thing that really like made me so excited. Like, you know, I'm like, get myself right today. Let me go and get clean, because you know, you never know what you're doing over the weekend. You may want to go to a party, go on a date with a girl.
At least when you do it, you know it's your own
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
You
so
know,
you can
you
feel
know how
comfortable in it.
you know
You feel
what
comfortable
you know what corrections you need to make, or you know what works for you basically.
Yeah.
So.
And to be honest, if I may add more to it, man, there was so much that led me on this path, man, because as a barber, everybody knows barbers, they're independent contractors. We are our own boss, so we set our own schedule. We choose when we want to go to work, when we don't. And I like that type of field of industry because I was always the type of person that valued his time. You know, I don't want to be told when I have to go to work. I don't want to have to be told how to run my services. And it really prepares you for the goal that I think all of us is trying to reach, which is financial freedom and being able to be business owners. Because, and from my perspective, that's the only way to truly live. When you're calling the shots, when you're the shot caller, and nobody's telling you what to do and how to do it. Because over time, it will get draining. Trust me,
Right.
it will get draining.
That 9 to 5, it's not for life.
Yeah,
That ain't my life.
Facts.
Before I get into my next question, I totally forgot this is going to be completely random. Shout out to my boy Supreme Beam. It's his birthday. You know what I'm saying? I will put his YouTube channel, link to his YouTube channel in the description box. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to my bro. Eventually, y'all will see him on here too. Who knows, maybe one day y'all see a lot of us up here because this group is very fun. And you know what I'm saying, when you talk about a group of real people, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, like us is like anybody and everybody is like just they're all individual, and that's what I think brings us all, you know what I'm saying, that, you know,
Brings us all together.
Yeah, brings us all together. So yeah, shout out to my boy Supreme Beam. You know what I'm saying, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Happy
And,
birthday, bro.
you know, yeah, definitely let me know when you finish that video, bro, because that video we did was hilarious. But yeah, man, happy birthday. And
I know you was trying to sing a song. I need.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
oh
trying-
yeah,
I need
yeah,
you
yeah.
to
Don't
finish.
spoil it. Don't spoil it. I mean, if I had the clip, I would put it in here, but I don't. But yeah, we did a. Rap that song, or try to rap the song in the same cadence as the artist did or whatever, and each person had to choose the other person's song. So the song that I ended up like losing to, even though I like that song, I just can't rap that song because
Yeah.
it's
You can't flow.
Wow.
no, I can flow it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Hold on. No, I can flow to it, but it's like it's one of those songs where it's kind of like if you were to rap it, you be suspect like, boy, like, you looking real sus right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout
You
out
gotta
to my
take one for the team. You gotta.
Nigga!
Nah, I took that L. I was like, my pride won't let me do this. My pride will not let me do that. But yeah, man, shout out to my boy. Definitely. Happy birthday, bro. So my question to you, Mark, next is: now you've been a barber for what? 4 years?
I've been a barber. I started a business in 2013, so it's been about 6 years, but I only been working in the shop for about 2 years.
Right. So my question is like, I guess for you, like, how was the I guess the process of building your craft, like, to you, like, how, like, describe the process as it, how it was, like, in as best as you can, like, from when you first started to where you're at now. It's like, what was it like the struggles, you know what I'm saying, what challenges you had to face, and like how did you like overcome it for those who are trying to, be barbers, but not only barbers, but to kind of like give them some
Progress
advice.
as they doing.
Yeah, doing whatever they're doing, give them some advice.
So one thing that I can tell you, well, at least for me starting out, I started building my clientele by first cutting my own hair. So you are your best advertisement. You are your best promotion. So if people can see that you know how to cut your own hair, then people will already know you can cut their hair just as good, if not better. And one day I was, in my dorm. Well, I was actually in the bathroom cutting my hair. Don't judge me. But I was just cutting hair one day. Somebody came into the bathroom and was like, "Hey man, you cut hair?" His name was Sam, as a matter of fact. The one with the shoe game. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, do I cut hair? Should I lie to them? I don't have a license. But I just jumped out there and I said, yeah, I cut hair. I'm a barber.
Should have finessed that, man.
So dude gave me a time frame to cut his hair later on the day. And I told him, yeah, I got you, man. Just let me know. From there, everything became word of mouth. I actually started taking a lot of pictures of my cuts too. Every cut that I got, I took pictures of it. And I started out with small prices. And of course, some people that are more critical about their hair, you always offer them a deal like a free cut starting out, as long as word of mouth starts to, play a factor. So how I transitioned from cutting hair in the dorm on campus to working my way to the barbershop was selling up my own business cards, taking pictures of my own cuts, just cutting my own hair so that people could see how my hair looked. Because if people think my hair look nice, and I tell them that I did it, for most people that's pretty impressive, because the hardest thing to do is to cut your own hair. And later down the road, after having a couple setbacks in school, I took some time off and I told myself I don't want to waste any time. I need to find a way to get my license, because if all else fails, I want my business to prosper. So what I did was I met a lady when I was working in a restaurant, and I told her what it is I ultimately wanted to do, which was be a barber. She connected me with a barber in Bowie, Maryland. His name was Nate Pretendant. And the guy was so cool, man, so generous. And I told him that, I have no experience in the shop whatsoever, but I do know a little something as far as clipper work goes. He looked at my work on Instagram and even in my phone, and I showed him what I was able to do, and he was willing to take a chance on me. From there, I got an apprenticeship started. Did apprenticeship for about a year, and I was taking a lot of walk-ins in the shop. And the hard part with that was you're meeting a whole different audience of people that know what a real haircut looks like. So for me, my challenge was really just developing that confidence on a whole nother level, believing in my craft when you have those that are skeptical about your work. And of course, you're trying to, get comfortable with the shop utilities. It's a whole different ballgame than actually cutting hair at somebody's house. So, of course, you have to deal with other barbers that are far more advanced. But how I progressed was I constantly remained a student to the game. I remained a sponge. So I was learning from the best of the best. I asked them how you do designs, how do you cut straight hair, how do you color, how do you razor, just little questions. And I would just study constantly watching YouTube videos. That was the best way I could say I've progressed in my craft and I've overcome challenges, is that I just remained a student. I just kept learning. And one of the biggest challenges that I face as being a barber is just different projects, because the thing with being a barber is you have to try to set time, away from the chair to be able to work on building your brand. So I try to do a lot of collaborations, a lot of charity work, a lot of volunteer work, and I just try to network with so many different people. And those things can become a hassle if you don't have an organized plan on what it is you want to focus on next, because you're going to deal with different types of people all day, every day, and you can become mentally fatigued if you don't create that balance of what it is you need to take care of when it needs to be taken care of. So that's the best I can do.
Yeah, that was like what Bears kind of asked, but that was what I was about to ask. Because I know from the beginning to now, I was going to ask, were there any
I stole your question.
Basically,
All right.
basically. But I was going to ask basically if did you ever watch other barbers, see what techniques they did, and you tried to copy those? Because I know somebody that I got my hair cut from. That's what one of the things he took away from trying to improve himself. Like he look at the other barbers around him, see what things they do, what techniques or styles they like to do, and try to not pretty much remake them in their own way. Because it's different ways can show.
Like how Kobe studied Jordan and pretty much copied every move, even though his footwork is the best I've ever seen. But
It's definitely true.
he definitely copied Jordan almost to that degree.
I've definitely studied a lot of barbers and try to copy their technique. This is one barber from Philly named Crispy Jenny. I like how detailed her shape-ups be, especially with the Philly or the Chicago C-curve. I try to make my shape-ups just as detailed, and I try to make my blends like hers. Now, I don't copy a lot of barbers' fades as much, because I have a different way of trying to get in and out of my face to make sure that the blend is so crisp and detailed. Only because
make mine.
Thank you, man. I try my best, man.
When he hooked me up when we went to LA, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good cut.
Thank you, man. Like I said, I'm always thankful for the supporters, man.
Always,
But
always.
it's tricky, man, because you see these cuts that people post on YouTube, and and the barbers make it seem and look so easy on how you can do a fade, but when you go through those steps, there's actually steps that are missing, because some videos people skip trials and steps. And when I try to study how other barbers fade, and I try to do those same fades, it didn't always turn out the same, because deep down you actually have to fade a lot harder and a lot more than is expected, because of different hair textures and the anatomy of the scalp and how that's treated. And it's just so much, man, that
And pretty much everybody's hair is different, so you
Right.
gotta be careful about certain clippers and things like that.
and growth pattern too, man, it plays a huge factor, because I used to have the biggest struggles with temp tapers, mainly because you're fading in small areas and you still want to make it look detailed and blend. And what made me recognize where I lacked was, other barbers would say, oh, you need to fade this out a little bit better. Use the mirror, use the big mirror. The mirror won't ever lie to you. So when I started looking at the mirror, I realized, it actually is an obvious step that I missed. But relying on your own eyes, you won't see that.
Right.
So that's when I tried to challenge myself to say, okay, how can I depend more on myself so I won't ever have to use a mirror to create a detailed blend? So that kind of made me create my own method of how to fade to the point where I can't keep up with the best barbers.
Okay. There's one technique like you ever cut like you ever got a chance to cut an actual barber and he actually tell you like certain things, like, you know, give you like pointers about certain things, so you know what you do.
Oh yeah. So I actually, one of the first barbers I cut there was actually the barber that apprenticed me. His name is Dre. And when I used to shape him up, he said one thing he learned in school was always start at the center of the forehead, you know?
Right.
And I always used to start on the sides because for some reason I felt like that was just, I had more control over how detailed the cut looks without having to pull somebody back. But when you look at the center of the forehead, it's like, that actually creates the symmetry on both sides.
On both sides,
you know,
yeah.
And I never really, I mean, I did it like that before, but it was always a struggle because I wasn't as confident. Like, you know, I was always scared to like cut something, you know what I mean?
Right.
But in order to have a detailed blend, you have to cut some hair, you know? So,
You had to start somewhere.
yeah, so it was little details like that. And the thing that I struggled with the most was like cutting white people. So,
White people. You had cut white people hair?
oh yeah, I have a lot of white Caucasian clients, or a lot of Hispanic clients. So.
You just cut one not too long ago, right? A couple days.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
Days ago, right before Christmas. Not right before Christmas, probably like before Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, right before Christmas.
I gotta look back.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen it.
Yeah. If y'all haven't seen it, like, go to his Instagram page. I'll put it, like, again, I'll put that in the description or description box below, right? But go to his page, check out his cuts. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, you might as well, if you live in this area,
Get a cut from me, man.
might as well get a cut
for
from
the
me.
best. That's what I'm trying to tell
And
you.
he might give you a discount if you say you know me. You might get a discount.
The word is golden, so if you're hearing this, y'all,
And
y'all watch the video.
and if you want a discount, you know what I'm saying? If you want a discount on a hair from a good barber, please like this video, subscribe,
Share it.
and I guess we have them comment something if they do want that discount.
We'll give you $5.
$5 discount.
$5 discount if you do all that.
If you do all that, you get $5 discount.
$5.
If you do all of that and say Derek sent you
Or Marcus.
or Marcus, you get a $6 discount.
Better yet, I think here's a better deal. If they subscribe to your video and comment, let's make it $10. I'm generous.
I'm trying to make sure you keep money in your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We
man.
trying to.
Don't give them too much.
Okay,
leeway.
okay.
I mean,
But
We trying to. It's a win-win for everybody.
Right. Yeah, we trying to make a win-win for everybody. Okay. So, we just messing with y'all. Yeah, but no, if you do want the discount though, like we said, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. You know what I'm saying? And
We'll work it out.
Yeah, definitely go to his page though to check out all his stuff. The man does a good job, and he's always literally always cutting. Like,
Right.
you try and get this man to come out. I mean, he'll go out, but it's like from certain time from when you start is like what, 11, 10, 12, depending on who
Yeah,
you got.
depends on the day.
Depends on who you got the
Yeah.
first cut all the way until about 8
Because on
o'clock.
Saturdays, it's probably the busiest
Yeah,
days.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, definitely go check him out, support him. You know what I'm
A
saying?
lot of different cups, y'all. A lot of different styles. This
Yeah,
man
a lot of
has a
different
lot of different
styles,
varieties.
man. A lot
So
of different
check him
styles.
out, man.
Yeah. So, shall we get into the good stuff now? Or no? I got one professional question.
If you got one more question.
Before I really let y'all into how we act, I'm gonna keep it still professional. So, all right. So you know you've been working on your craft. You know you're getting up there with some of the, in my opinion, some of the best barbers that I've seen in the state so far. I think you're up there. That's not me slicing his head, but I believe that.
I'm being honest. He's better than my original barber. I'm being honest. The original one was pushing my line back.
Talking about the one over there by the Amish one?
Yep. I mean, see, I'm not giving no names, but
You know who you are, buddy.
yeah.
But I guess in the future, what's your plans next? You know what I'm saying?
So
Tell us your plans.
my plans, I mean, of course, I don't want to speak too much in detail, but the goal is always leverage financial freedom and again to be the shot caller. So I won't get too much into detail of what my next move is, but for the upcoming year, for 2020, I do want to let y'all know I am working on starting my own YouTube channel. It's called Cut Nature. I'm gonna start promoting that very soon. Right now we're just working on getting all the equipment and things together, but for right now, that's actually my next big move to elevating the industry, is actually putting my craft more so on set and on TV and on the media so that people can see everything from finish to end. Because for all the barbers or people that want to become barbers, I want them to be able to learn everything that I know, or at least majority. You know, I want to be able to give away certain things for free because I was able to learn from YouTube. It's such a valuable tool as far as for anything. You know, it's almost like Google. You know what I mean? Just do your research and you learn everything. So that's really the next move for you guys. Check out my YouTube video for 2020. I'll be keeping you guys posted, and just stay tuned and follow my Instagram, Mark_2_sharp.
That'll be in the description box below as well. Or it might be up here somewhere if you see it, maybe. Depends on how I feel like editing this, but it'll be somewhere here. Okay then, so I guess that takes, you got any more professional questions you want to ask me?
No.
Because I'm about to, get real ignorant.
Of course.
All right,
Ready?
all right. All right, so I'm about to tell you. All right, so if, I said in the beginning, if y'all checked out the last episode, we kind of did allude to this man. I didn't put his name out there till the end, unfortunately, but we alluded to him in
this next episode, pretty much.
Right,
and speaking of existence, here he is.
Right.
The man himself.
The guy himself, he's here. So yeah, we talked about our college experience in our last episode. We talked about homecoming. Now you know, we all had fun homecoming times. And Marcus asked me, what was your homecoming memories?
Oh yeah, I did ask you that.
So just to give y'all a rundown, like I said, if y'all haven't seen the last episode, the previous episode, I'll go check that out. Our second episode, go check that out. But in that episode, I pretty much gave them a quick rundown about homecoming. I think it was sophomore, junior year, or whatever.
I can know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my goodness.
Can't wait.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Can't wait to hear this story. Story time.
I'm trying to remember who was all there. It was me, you, Hassan was there. Yeah, it was Hassan, Dimitri,
Dustin.
Was Dustin in that room?
Yeah, I think he was in the room. Markel.
Okay,
was in the
Markel.
room.
And what about Josh? Was Josh in there?
Nah, Josh was.
I definitely remember Dimitri. I definitely remember Dimitri and Hassan being there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought Dimitri.
Maybe Daylon. I don't remember. I think
what,
Daylon.
2014? No.
It was 2014, 2015. 2014, 2015.
I want to say it was 2014.
It might have been 2014.
Yeah, it was definitely
2014. So homecoming, pregame.
Can't wait to hear this.
We had New Amsterdam. Mind you, it was a fun time. Like, it was fun, people. It was fun. But we, let's just say we had a little bit too much fun. So long story short, we went in the party. You know what I'm saying? We already messed up, but we not doing anything crazy. And, we in there doing the thing. Mark doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. We party. And all of a sudden, everything just crashed down. Passed out. So yeah, somebody, blacked out. They had to help him get out of the party. So we helped him get out of the party. Then next thing you know, this man want to wreck everybody.
Seriously?
You know how many times we talked about? All right. So this person who he didn't pass out on the party. I was slicing it, but he fell, and then security was like, "Yeah, you gotta get him out of here." So boom, I get him out of there.
How did I fall?
Yeah, it was enough for security to say get out.
Well, hold up. The crazy part is, so you know what I'm saying. I was in there was this chick during that party, and I was I was surprised that I was trying to work some magic here. And next thing you know, I see this man, and he's on the floor. So I'm like, oh shit. And then security like, yeah, you gotta get him out of here. Cause he actually was like, security was like right there. So they saw him pass out. So he's like, yeah, you gotta get him out of here. So boom, fast forward, we get him out of there. We outside the big gym or whatever where homecoming is. So then this man, you know, we sit down. Security is like, yeah, you know, you need to calm down, blah blah. I'm like, all right, bet. This man get up. He's like, yeah, why these dudes keep looking at me? I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, these dudes over there, why they keep looking at me? I'm like,
Oh my god.
nobody's looking at you. So then he was like, no man, I'm not going like that. So then he walked. So I was like, bro, don't go over there. He gets up, he goes over there. So I'm like, all right, bet, you're not going over there. So he's walking over there. I'm like, matter of fact, let's just take a walk. Let's just take a walk. So he's, and I'm saying this, and he's still going towards them. So he was like, yo, why you keep looking at me? I'm like, what? They looking at me, I'm like, do you know it's 4 of us and 1 of you, right? So I'm like, my bad, y'all. You know, don't mind him. Don't mind him. They were like, yeah, get your boy. They was looking at me like, yeah, get your boy, because he was about to get fucked up, right? I was like, I got you, but ain't no going.
Didn't you say they were Qs?
No. That's next. That's next. This was the first interaction we had. So boom. So we walked the other way, going toward the Q plot on Bowie's campus. Now y'all know the Q plot. They got like a little bonfire over there, or whatever. So when I tell you this man was like, he started running. Right as he saw that bonfire and the ladies over there, he was like, hey y'all, can I come over there and join you? Can I party with y'all? So the chick.
Oh my god.
Now you would think how I remember this clearly if we were both, you know, messed up. I was drunk, but I wasn't drunk. This guy he was tore up. So yeah, he go over there. The ladies are looking at him, laughing, and the dudes all stand up. And they're just like, "Yo, bro, what you doing?" They're like, "Nah." They're like, "You gotta back up." He's like, "Come on, let me come party with y'all." So mind you, I'm behind this man. This man
Doesn't even sound like
bro. I remember it clearly.
Come on,
bro.
man,
I remember it clearly because it was three of them, and they were tall.
Oh,
3 tall football looking people.
Linebackers.
Probably linebackers, looking like Ray Lewis out here.
Oh, man.
And there's only 2 of us. And I'm good for 1 hit. I say this all the time, I'm good for 1 hit. After that, it's a wrap. Alright? So boom. So this man, like I said, he's already over here. So I gotta like speed one. Like I'm walking. But I gotta speed walk now. They run over there when they started to like gang up on him. I'm like, yo, come on, let's go. We don't want no problems. Don't mind him. He's drunk. Alright? So then they're like, alright, back, just get him out of here. So boom. Get him out of there. So we still walking. Then this man just started taking off. I was like, where are you going? This man said, and this is the funny part, like, even though this man tried to get into a fight twice in the night, the funny part was, he was like, man, I gotta use the bathroom. I was like,
Hey.
I'm like, all right.
Oh, man.
I'm like, okay. So
You pretty much saved this man's life.
he used low key it did. Yeah, so he used the bathroom. I'm not gonna tell y'all where he used the bathroom at, but he used the bathroom. So after that, this man take off again. I'm like, bro, why are you running? Why are you running? So this man run. He run to the little circle part of Bowie's campus. Then he run to my computer science building. Then he run down to the student center. I'm like, bro,
Damn.
what are you doing? So he runs down there. Then he runs to CMRC. By the time we get to Haley, this man like, all right, I'm tired. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, let's sit down. So and that's what I'm saying in my mind. So then there's a cop car, you know, kind of driving up on, you know, Bowie's campus. I'm like, oh shit, we underage and we like, you know. And so I was like, man, just sit down. Ah, cool. So we sit down. I'm faking like I'm talking to him, but this man just like, oh, just like I'm tired. I'm done. So then after that, we left. Had to, short, the end of the story. Had to carry this man in my house. He fell down. The funny part is, like, he fell on the sidewalk leading to my house. Either he fell or I just dropped this man because this man heavy as shit. So boom. So yeah. So he fell outside. So I had to get the door. I was like, Mom, open the door. So she opens the door, and I'm like, all right, where am I put him? Nobody answered. So I threw his ass on the floor. So then I tell my parents, like, yeah, Mark is on the floor. He was like, why would you put him on the floor? I said, This man heavy.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
This man heavy.
All I remember was the next morning thinking that I was in my house in my bed.
Oh,
I wake up,
no.
both my parents standing over top of me, and I'm like, where the hell am I?
Mind you, we were underage and we were unfortunately drinking.
Man, and let me tell you a funny story. So,
Ooh, boy.
after my parents picked me up, well, they actually drove over there in separate cars. So, me and my mom, we go straight to my aunt's house, and you already know when all your family members over there and everybody eating for supper and all that type of stuff, somebody got to talk. And that was my mom. She's like, girl, did you know that Mark be drinking? Mark, you be drinking? I'm looking like...
And hold on, it was like, hold on, it was like
Just
that.
snitched on you.
Hold on. The crazy part is, no, right after he left, I got hit with the same thing. I'm like, so you be drinking now? Like, literally, my parents too were like, oh, so you drinking now? Since you and Mark want to, you know what I'm saying, be drinking underage, I'm like, I ain't gonna never hear the end of this shit. Right? And to this day, I still ain't never hear the end of this shit. You know, I mean, we don't. My parents don't really speak about it too much, but they still like to make that joke. They're like, "Oh, remember that time you saved Mark's life?" You know, all that.
That's gonna be we gonna remember that.
You did save his life, low key.
I saved this man like 3 times in one night, bro.
And you carried this man to your house.
Yeah, and at that point, I was like, "Yeah, I'm done carrying you, man. I'm tired." Afterwards, ass on the floor. My parents were like, "Why you throwing him on the floor?" I said, "I got nowhere else to put this man. He's going right there. All right, I'll get a blanket for him. Mark, here's a blanket, and yeah." But no, I get what you're saying though, because my parents hit me with the same thing, like, oh, you be drinking.
They do not let that slide. I'm talking about when one family member knows, the
Oh,
whole
the family know.
I go
Bro.
everywhere I go, they be like, Mark, I know you want some of this. Nah, I'm a chill.
They prove that.
Come on, I'll hook you up with a double shot. And I be like, all right, just go ahead and give me one of those. You know what I mean?
And you talking about like the staple that's gonna like be rock solid. That's one of them. that's a huge one, man.
Real talk though, that's true friendship right there.
It
like,
is, man.
He leave your ass behind.
I've been in a lot of situations where, especially at the Bowie State campus, where I was drunk by myself, man. Like, a lot of people made it too expensive to actually help me in these situations. And I can't lie, man, majority of the time it was on me. I shouldn't have drunk that much.
And I'm not gonna lie either, bro.
Down.
I really did think about leaving this man. Like, in the party, I was like, really? You gonna pass on the party? I'm like, damn. Let me just help this man. Hold up. My mom was, all right, let me take him outside, get him back together, we go back inside, have our fun. So then when he first got, the first interaction, I'm like, I'm curious. Because it looked like he could take him, but at the same time, it's like, this man is fucked up. Like, so I'm like, all right, let me, boom. Then we got
when something's off when he talking about, they looking at me.
Right.
No, they not.
Yeah. Then when he got to the Q plot, that's when I really considered, like, you know what?
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I think I'm gonna turn back around. Because like, he's all the way down there, I'm all the way back here, bro. I'm like, I might not get there in time, man. This man might be on the floor. And then I was like, nah, I can't do that. Then what type of person would I be? What type of friend would I be?
So you gonna jump in?
No, I wouldn't. No, I would come over there and try to calm the situation down. If people start wrecking, they just gonna have to wreck. I had nothing to do with this. I had nothing to do with this. I told you, and I tell you too. I'm only good
The
for
beauty
one
of it
hit.
is, we have something to talk about for our freshman year,
I mean,
sophomore year, whatever year it was. On
it was
campus.
definitely sophomore year, but the crazy, like, you in the moment, it might not be one of our brightest times, but when you get older and as you progress in life and you look back at it, that's got to be one of the most hilarious.
For real, it's the most
moments
viable, one of the most
you
viable
have.
moments, man.
I mean, it's either that or when.
It's some real stuff though.
I mean, it's either that or the Ultra Bar moments, because boy.
Oh, boy, I remember that.
But no, you gotta talk about before that, you got to talk about your actual first time there.
Oh yeah, my
Your
actual
actual
first
time.
time. Oh yeah, my
You
actual
screwed
first
this
time.
up.
At my actual first time, I wore J's in the Ultra Bar, and I was just like, all right, they gonna let me in anyway. I ain't care. Yeah, no, I ain't let me in. But they did let people in there with sneakers. All right, so I was thinking, okay, maybe I can slide through.
What made it worse is the fact that they let my man's in, and he had New Balances on,
Right.
and they was questioning him about that, but they let him slide. Then I was next, and they checked me. I was good. Right after I gave the money. You like that? You was like, Marcus,
Yeah, I was
I can't get in,
Y'all
and
better
I
not leave me
just
on
gave the man the money. I was like, hold on, bro.
Yeah, they
I'm gonna check
trying
inside.
now.
They do. But again, that shows a testament of this man's character, not this one, that one, because that was me. I would have really thought about. I was like, I'm already in here. I already paid my money.
And I took
don't
Uber
know.
down there.
Yeah, every
I took Uber.
down.
That was $70
Yeah.
that week.
Yeah, and I really thought about if that was me, I would have thought about it. I would have been like, do I really want to come back out or I'm gonna leave you out?
It was snowing too.
Yeah, it was
Bro,
cold.
man.
It was cold. And
That's
long.
one thing I hate, man, is being
Cold.
stuck in a long ass line
We have
in the cold. Just to go to a club, it really makes you realize, are my priorities even straight? Like, why am I willing to suffer in this weather just to get
you're
into
right.
a club?
No,
Like,
you're right though.
real talk.
It happened to us a couple times, and we were just like, yo, why we?
Ended up sick the
But
next
it's
day
like,
because
so,
of this.
but it's like as soon as you get into the club, man,
It
it's
was worth
like
it.
it was worth it because
Especially it was our first time in Ocho Bar.
Oh yeah,
Because it's like the loudest one. It's either the very bottom floor or the very top, man. We always start at the bottom, man, because that's when you really like
Right.
feeling the scene out. You are gonna get a couple dances on the bottom.
And
You
that's
go
what-
upstairs, you are gonna get more dances, but
it's
you
gonna
got
be more,
really.
but it's more diverse though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, in Ocho, and y'all don't know, Ocho Bar has 4 floors. You know what I'm saying?
Each floor has its own different music
Yep.
itself. And honestly, that was the first night I think I partied with you.
Yeah, that
I was
the first time.
like-
hold on, that was the first time you partied with this
Yeah.
man.
And I was like, dang, this man lit as shit.
I told him
This
before.
man got the shots.
I told you before we got up in there. I said, "Look, man, you want to talk about somebody who know how to party? If I ever had to choose
Man.
any 2 people to go to a party with, it's either you or this man."
No cap. On God, no cap. On God. No cap. On God. On God, no cap. On God, no cap.
Go to a party with, it's either you or this man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to a party. I've been to a party by myself. It wasn't that bad, but but if I had to, these two, like you talking about going to a party, these are the 2 I go with. Because one, we're not gonna do no dumb
So
stuff.
we gonna F the club up.
I mean,
You
we
know what I'm saying?
gonna, y'all
That's
have
how
to
we
curse.
do it,
I'm saying
man.
we gonna fuck the club up,
But
but
best believe.
you also gotta be, have like, okay, you gotta be reasonable now. Like we not about to go in here. And,
You can't do the most and
Yeah.
get kicked out and do all the
Exactly.
extra, and
You know what I'm saying?
then get slapped by somebody.
Right. Exactly. We didn't. Oh yeah. That first time, me, you, and your brother, we walked out of Ultra Bar that one time. That dude got jumped right in front of us. Y'all
Oh yeah,
He got.
That was on the top floor, right?
No.
Yeah, it was the top
I think
floor.
it started up top, and then when we got
he was in the
outside-
back area.
Yeah, but
He
then when we got,
jumped.
outside, this man got jumped.
You got jumped, and they was kicking him on.
Yeah, they
in
was
the
kicking the shit out of him.
And you know what's crazy, man? I wanted to make myself seem like I was such a good guy. I think we was in front of some girls, and I was like, oh, I was about like, man, we should go over there.
Oh
and help him,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. Hold on. He
Yeah.
was like, yeah, we should go over there and help them.
I was like,
we have nothing to do with this.
Right, we have nothing to do.
We're
with it.
trying to
I'ma see
leave.
him. Yeah,
We're trying to leave.
I always have to make myself seem like the good guy, man. It's part of the image. It's part of the brand, you know. So
And
when
the
people
business.
see me and they think, "Oh, he's such a good guy," you know. And I feel like the moment I pull that nigga shit, the moment
you show him that, it's
they
a
go,
wrap.
"Oh, this nigga ain't shit."
No cap. On God, no cap. On God. No cap. On God. On God, no cap. On God, no cap. On God.
Yeah, we were just all raggedy the other day.
Man,
Oh yeah,
We were
right. That was
raggedy.
the most disrespect. They never even met us.
They didn't even meet us
So-
when we got called raggedy.
Since we talking about Ultra Bar, I know there's some moments you want to bring up.
Okay. Let's see.
Your
Let's
most
see.
highlight moments from Ultra Bar.
Highlight moments from Ultra Bar.
First of all, I'll speak
yeah.
for you.
No, no, hold on.
Go ahead. No.
I
already got
I got a couple.
Okay,
I got a
okay.
couple. All right. The one of my top moments. All right, so I think it was like 2018, the beginning of 2018. So I had, I used to have like a lot of hair, 2017. So when I cut my hair, right? I mean, I cut it like it got low. So boom, I cut my hair.
Did Mark cut it?
No, he ain't cut that shit. Because he wasn't a good barber. Everybody wanted to have my hair that early. You know what I'm saying? Down the line, yeah, I'll let him.
Levels, yeah.
Like you said, it's levels. So yeah, boom, cut my hair, right? We went to where we go? We had went to some like all you can eat buffet one night. Either a Friday, it was a Saturday night. So boom, so we out, eating. We not really like it's just one of those.
Wait, it's us?
Yeah, it was us. Oh, you talking about like all of us together?
Are you talking about all? So we who?
It's the time we went, like we were just like we're bored, so we just.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm about to lead into the point. I'm about to lead into it. So boom, right? So we go to all you eat buffet. We get bored. We're like, oh, let's just go to Ozio. I mean, we were supposed to go to Ozio to meet up with your cousin, right?
Yeah, my cousin was like, yeah, I'm at Ozio. I was like, oh, you down there? I was like, we might as well join you.
Yeah, because the night was like, we don't want to go.
Right.
It's not too cold, but it's cold, but it ain't too cold.
And she was like, what she said? She was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna stay. This play is bougie or something like that. Yeah. So she didn't want to go, and she was wanting to go to another place, just do hookah.
Right.
But
Yeah,
we wasn't down for that,
Nah.
and we didn't want to go home.
Nah, we was trying to catch that action. We was trying to get that action.
Yes, sir.
So boom, we ended up going to Ultra Bar, right? And
Right.
mind you, it's Saturday, it's ladies' night, right? Was this our first ladies' night? This might have been our first ladies' night that we went to.
It was a night we was not doing.
Yeah, we was really not. To be honest, we were only going there just to waste time and then leave, right? So we get there, and we were on the top floor.
No, we was on the basement.
Well,
The basement was
remember the top floor? That's where I met. That's where I met. Cool.
I know, but we was on the basement first.
Oh yeah, the basement.
Because the basement was open.
Yeah, the basement was open. We went down there, and then we went upstairs. That's when we met Corey.
Gotcha, bitch.